Over there we've got another KLM that's gone through. Almost missed that one, to be honest. The flight plan isn't showing on that one. It's only starting there for some reason, but not at that altitude. It's at 37,000 feet. It's a KLM CityHopper. It's an MBA Echo 190 Sierra Tango Delta. Registration Papa Hotel Echo X-ray Victor, which is 485871, and his flight is Kilo Lima Mike 916, going from Aberdeen to Amsterdam. So yes, he came down. EasyJet Europe airline at 38,000 feet going to Glasgow from Amsterdam. Most of the cams have been laid at 36,000. So either there's a lot of updraft, I don't know. There you go, he's coming in. I'll keep an eye on that one. So there's still a massive trails over there to the east. You're a bit lying about, I think trail there. There's a KLM heading in from that side, there he is, he'll be about 35 to 36,000 now. Now nice and tidy contrail, at least at that point. The EasyJet Europe, nothing at all, that's good. God, that bugger's picked up Spain, hasn't it? Damn it. You know, with that KLM up there is he's going through a lot of chem cloud there. I'm not going to get him, to be honest, at the moment. I need to sit down. But yeah, I think it's clear. Oh, A4s do get on back, by the way. It's the only one we've got a 6-foot fence around back on these houses. So no point in putting any in lower windows. We only have one anyway, that's the bloody kitchen. Not putting any in Bailey's room. Just thought I'd have a look at that one as he goes away. And as for the KLM, we're putting the KLM on this side, he just caught that cloud, that's all. And the more it comes into view, that KLM, we've got a knots on the rope trail there, which is laid to the south of us, just to the south of us. And there's the easterly sky damage, well, the eastern sky damage. Right, there we have the KLM trail. He has left a few marks. Right, there's the KLM. He's only at 37,000. He'd have been building up to that as he'd gone out of my sight. It is estimated altitude. It's an MBA Echo Mike Bravo -190 Sierra Tango Delta. We'll go with 36,000. I think would be more appropriate. Although no, go with 37. He's out the front of the house. Registration Papa Hotel Echo Zulu Oscar, which is 484 Charlie 53, and his flight Kilo Lima Mike 36 Echo, Glasgow Amsterdam. Right, going through, there's a Ryanair at 35,000 feet, splurting away. whatever they're doing, when they go for the chem clouds, it's still cloud seeding, simply because they're going through and mixing it all up, swirling it all up and changing it into cloud. So, either way, very suspect trail, that one. Back down to the southeast again. Middlesbrough cop, that one. Yeah, he needs booking in. And that's the dirty git. It's a Boeing. I can't see straight for looking out at the sun, never. Whatever. Boeing 737 November Golf dash 8 Alpha Sierra Stroke Whiskey, he says with his very blurred eyes at the moment. So Ryanair flight Romeo Yankee Romeo 41 Tango Tango, registration Echo India dash Echo Papa Bravo, which is 4 Charlie Alpha 910, and that's at 35,000 feet. Over there we got Atlantic Airways of Denmark at 36,000 feet. One of the Pennine trailers, a lot closer than others. It's just gone by. Now we don't often get these. He's down there, by the way. But we don't often get these. It's an Airbus A320-214. It's the Atlantic Airways we don't usually get. His operator code is Foxtrot Lima India. He's at 36,000 feet. Registration Oscar Yankee dash Romeo Charlie Juliet, which is 45 Charlie 86 Alpha, and his flight is Foxtrot Lima India 425. There's the other Ryanair, 35,000 feet again. He's already gone through the cloud further back, the chem clouds, the existing chems, but no, he's picked up there. He's maybe still going through the clouds, but for the sake of it, no, he's sprayed. It's too thick a trail. Look further towards the back of it. There's not with camera in the right place. You see what I mean? Here's a trailer and he's dragging as well. You see he's gone to contrail further down into the cloud. Hang on. Try and point you in the right direction. There you go. So he just deliberately sprayed there. That's the Atlantic Trail. There's another one being laid below it, but I can't chase that one. There's two planes over that way. I'm not running outside to get them all the time, it hurts my foot. Doesn't do me any flavours. Hellish chemicals at the moment though. Ryanair's done some damage in it. Now there's the Ryanair, and before you say anything, and I mean it, right, Edinburgh to Hamburg, 35,000 feet he was. It's a Boeing 737 MAX 8-200. It's his registration, Echo India dash India Juliet Tango. EI-IJT. Yeah. Right, 4 Charlie Alpha Echo 68 is his ICAO, and his flight is Romeo Yankee Romeo 1 Lima Victor. Oh, by the way, I don't know if this is a trailer. Is it 37,000 feet? It's FlexJet of America, well, United States. Used to be United States of America when I was a kid, but no, things change. But it's a private jet, and these people flying these damn things, or flying in them, chartering them, are leaving more of a carbon footprint with each flight than I could do with a car my entire life. And they're telling us to get rid of our cars. They can go to hell. Well, they will be doing, but I mean, you know, that's the sentiment. Thanks Atlantic, arseholes. Right, now the clouds are cleared and the other chem clouds, that's the Ryanair trail, the last one. That FlexJets, by the way, is at 42,000, not 43,000 feet now. They don't spray at that generally. I've never seen any spray at that. But I'm just saying, the pilots, you know, they get home from work, hey look love, look, just for spraying these chemicals, which don't do anybody any harm because we're told they don't, and we don't question out, we get paid a fortune. Aye, you're not guilty of out unless you rob the fucking robot, really, that's the only way you get off it. But there's somebody getting paid all that for doing you as well, and we've all got to breathe. It's about time you started looking what these hazardous materials you're carrying on your NOTOC, what they are actually doing to people. Because if they're hazardous to you on the plane, they're not exactly going to do anybody else a load of good that you're dropping the shit on, are they? You know, I admire pilots for their capabilities, but I tell you something, they're a shower of arseholes when it comes to ethics and morals. They really are. Well, the chemtrailers anyway. Can't say that about every pilot, but the chemtrailers, the ones that have done all this mess here, yeah, they've got a lot to answer for. About time they start checking the cargo manifest. If it's hazardous to them, it's hazardous to everybody they're dropping it on. And their house is being sprayed just the same as ours. So it's about time they all got together and said no. They won't have the balls to do that, will they? Like our military, bombing innocent people, doing surveillance on innocent people so they can be targeted over in the Middle East. Arseholes, a load of traitors, you're following corrupt orders. Used to respect them as well at one point. But that's the state of the world. If people don't want to wake up and start paying attention and start doing something about it, mainly saying no, then well, that's the end of us, isn't it? All of us. Here's a thought for you, right? That FlexJets is over that direction at 45,000 feet and there's no sign of it. Now the ISS is probably about the same size, and the altitude they claim it's at, not the minus altitude in the swimming pool, the other one that's meant to be up there, we wouldn't see it. We wouldn't see it at nights when it's going over. It wouldn't be as big as a star. I mean, for God's sake, we'd barely see it. If you could see it, even with a telescope. But there's one thing to look out for on that, actually. There is an aircraft that looks a lot like it, that stays in the air all the time. I can't remember the name of it. But there is actually an aircraft, high altitude aircraft, that stays up all the time. I don't know if it's solar powered or what, but it does look a lot like the alleged ISS. Which, when you think about it, all we get is CGI and a lot of Photoshop errors on the footage they give us. And for these satellites, you know, when you ask for a satellite on Google, say Google Images, a lot of them, isn't there? Who took the photo? No one, because they're not up there. They're CGI'd. But, alright, got one gone over there. Can't remember if I were looking at that one actually. It's EasyJet, 35,000 feet. Seems to be 35,000 for that area, doesn't it? Well, for a EasyJet, 35,000 feet, same as the Ryanair's. Similar sort of trail, but it is a trail all the same. Splurting down there. It's one of the usual chemtrailers actually, this one. Shall that bloody light get off? I don't know, hang on, let's try and lock this. There's it, locked it. Yeah. Definite trail, squeezy jet. Yeah, I know it's gone through chem clouds, but that's a definite trail adding to it and stirring it. It's still going down there. Looks like a few chem clouds that way as well. It'd be silly to try to zoom in on that through a window, but well, he means business, that arsehole. Bloody idiots. And that's the one, same type as usual. Golf-Echo Zulu Tango Hotel, which is 406012. Fly Echo Zulu Yankee 74 Hotel Papa. It's Squeezy Jet Airbus A320-214. Is at 37 now. It was at 35 when I caught him spraying, because I looked over my shoulder somehow. But I did. Edinburgh to Berlin. Right, okay, fair enough. And it's still going, hang on, let's go down. A bit of it, yeah, put down to atmospherics, but it's still going. That's a hell of a trail. That's at 37,000 now. 35 back this way. Oh, it's gone through window now. Let's see a bit of it up there. By the way, the wind is coming from the southwest over there. Notice how it's twisted, that trail. That trail was there when it was laid. That's the Atlantic Airways from Denmark. It's added into all that mess now. So it's sort of spun it round from there to there. Misleading, isn't it? But I've been watching it, so just thought I'd let you know about that one. Look at that bloody mess. Wow. Just thought I'd let you know anyway. And in less than 3 minutes, the starting with frequencies on that lot. Terrible.